Whoa. Hey, this is like the third time I've seen you come up these steps with these bottles like this. Are you getting cases like this all the time? Sheesh, actually, I want to show you something real quick, all right, while I help you with these. First of all, if you're buying bottles like this frequently, you're actually wasting your money. And come here real quick. There's actually some info that the government and companies like this don't want you to know about. So follow me real quick. I actually want to show you something that you really don't want to miss out on. But before we do anything, let's actually get these out of here for good, all right? Never buy bottles of water ever again. Come with me real quick, all right? And I want to show you something because, again, the government does not want you to know about this, all right? If you're buying bottles, come with me. So look, if you're buying bottles, you're still not getting rid of the arsenic. This is just a couple of the chemicals that are in our water right now and heavy metals. This one alone causes skin damage or problems with circulatory systems and may have increased risk of getting cancer. This is how it got into the water, again, directly from the EPA. Also, barium, increase of blood pressure. These are not games here, guys. The list goes on and on. So if you have any health issues, you might not know why. It probably is your water. Fluoride, lead, infants and children, delays in physical or mental developmental problems and slight defects in attention and learning abilities as well. Adults, kidney problems. Again, these are many different issues that most of us really don't know about. And it's probably because we're buying bottles like this, but then we're not focusing on our shower water. We can never intake as much water drinking than what we intake from our pores when we take our showers. Again, most people are completely missing that, all right? So if you're buying bottles like this, or hopefully you're really not buying bottles like this because they're a lot more expensive, you're wasting your money if you're not getting yourself a system that's taking out these chemicals out of your shower as well. So I'm actually gonna give you a free, easy water test right in front of your eyes right now from the city water in our city, okay? And I'm gonna show you what the status is so you know, and then let's do something about this, all right? Because again, I know you're spending money a lot on these bottles, all right? So we're gonna do a comparison. We're gonna do a couple quick tests so you know what the status is. We're gonna put the bottled water in this cup here. The first test that we're gonna do is called a TDS test. And what that stands for is total dissolved solids. So we actually have a graph that the EPA says that you guys should not have a level of over 50 when I put this in the water. So the bottled water, of course, we can see here, is at a 23. So that's stating that it's purified water. But now there's another flip side to it to see if it's actually alkaline or acidic. We're gonna get to that in a second. But now let's go ahead and grab the tap water here. All right, we're gonna do the same exact test. All I'm gonna do is put this in the water and let's see how different these waters are. Before we do this, come look at the water first. Do these look the same? Do they look different? Probably not really much of a difference, even though this one does look a little bit more shiny, right? Which is kind of crazy within itself. But let's see the difference in numbers wise. So wow, there's 195 total dissolved solids in this water, and you really have no idea what that could be. So I'm actually gonna do a test right now to see what that is. Because again, the EPA is stating that there's lead, fluoride, copper. There's even things like chromium-6 in our water that some of us do know about from the documentary or movie Aaron Barakovich. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually put a device in the water called an electrolyzer. Plug this in here. And it's actually gonna tell us what is in the water by the color that's gonna come out of the test here. So if the water does turn colors, that's not what we're looking for. We're actually looking specifically what colors the water turns into. If it turns red, that means that you have a lot of iron and rust in your piping. So that's a very big problem because it actually causes you to have digestive issues, diarrhea, and it also causes vomiting as well. There's also some other chemicals and colors that we'll see. Like green color is actually lead. Lead is the whole Flint, Michigan issue and why kids were getting learning disabilities, many different problems just from that water alone. And then if you guys have any black colors that show up in this test here, it's gonna take a few minutes, but that means that it is heavy metals and like chromium-6 and arsenics in the water that cause high levels of cancer very, very quickly. So this is very scary stuff. I remember when I first got into this, I knew I needed to find a way right away. I have kids myself, and I knew I needed to find a solution because I do not want to be intaking heavy metals, chemicals, and rust in my water every single day. So on this side here is the bottled water. If it turns a slight yellow tint, then that is fine. That just means that it's minerals in our water, and that's what you're looking for. But what we're not looking for is we're starting to see this color here has a green tint to it. And we're, like I said, we're gonna come back to that in a few minutes here. But now what we're gonna test for is probably the biggest one for people that are trying to stay fit and stay healthy, you know, keep that body fat down. What we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna test to see if this water here, because again, most of us don't know the difference of these bottles of water and why these ones are so much more expensive. So to keep it layman's terms and to try to, you know, without being too scientific, basically they put very cheap minerals in these type of waters right here, like salt and sugar, which is very acidic. So we're gonna test to see if the water is either acidic or alkaline. And I'm gonna explain why this is such a benefit for you if you're drinking more alkaline water like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the alkaline water here. And I use Essentia water because I test a lot of different alkaline waters, and some don't actually have the true alkalinity that they say they have. So we're gonna put some Essentia in here. And while that electrolyzer is doing its thing here, so as you can see, it's starting to put in some work and let us know what is actually in the piping. Starting to see some of the corrosion show up there. So when we come back over here, this is the bottled water. 1, 2, 3. And this is the bottled water that most people are getting if they go to the store as well. You know, Walmart, most stores are gonna have this Great Value brand, but that's why, this is exactly why these bottles right here are sold for about $1.50, maybe $2 for a 24 pack. But then if you buy Essentia water like this, you see that the water is like $2 a bottle. You have to kind of think about why that is. The reason why is because they actually put good minerals that are ionized hydration, you know, give you the purified electrolytes like magnesium, calcium, and also potassium to actually help your body kick out negative toxins and acids in your body that are making you keep on, you know, that body fat that you've been trying to lose for so long. If you're not feeling healthy and, you know, energized throughout the day, a lot of it has to do with the acidic contents that are in your body. So this water right here, let's see the difference. 1, 2, 3. As you can see here, the alkaline scale tells you all by color. The darker purple, the better alkalinity that the water has. So this is essentially like drinking fruits and vegetables, you know, the herbs that people are trying to buy from their green tea detoxes, things like that. You're gonna be able to get that type of water on a daily basis, but you're gonna be able to get that from your own sink. You don't have to go to the store to buy these anymore. And that's what the whole benefit is from doing what I'm gonna help you guys out with, okay? So as you can see, a huge difference here when it comes to the alkalinity, highly acidic versus alkaline. Now what we can come back to is this over here. This is the main thing that you guys are gonna wanna see. Now where you see yellow versus red, we see a red color on this tap water here. We see green, and then we see black flakes floating around. So that's all the colors that we really do not wanna see. And they're gonna cause many different health problems for us. I mean, I'm talking about liver, kidney, central nervous system damage. I'm talking about people, you know, kids having learning disabilities. This stuff is not really a game, and you guys really need to make sure that you, first of all, are gonna get a water test. And that's what I'm gonna help you out with, okay? All you have to do is click this button below to get your free water test. You don't even necessarily have to do anything right now. That's not really the point. Just get the test for yourself so you can see what your water status is. Because again, people are getting really sick from this water right here. And then it's up to you to make the decision if you wanna switch, get a system that's gonna give you this type of water, but unlimited. And like I said, it's gonna be about half the price of what you're spending right now if you're buying bottles even like this. Not even if you're spending money like this. If you're spending money on bottles like this, you're probably spending 4 times as much as the system costs, all right? But what we're gonna be able to do is click the button below. We're gonna give you a thorough free water test. There's many people that contact me every single day after they end up upgrading. I mean, just like this person right here, Ecclesia, she actually had a daughter that had many different breathing problems. And also when it comes to just the way that she felt and energy wise, she said that it was a complete 180. Her daughter's, you know, a lot happier. She doesn't even have to use any of the pills that she used to have to use from her doctors and things like that. So again, this water is very, very important, guys. I mean, without intaking 195 chemicals on a daily basis, imagine how much better your body's gonna feel and flourish. But we have different testimonials left and right from people every single day. Another person, Beverly Blaine, I mean, she didn't know how this was gonna go. I remember giving her a water test. She was pretty skeptical, but after seeing it for herself, she saw how just rusted out her pipes were. She ended up getting the full system. And she said she'll never go back. And she's been recommending all her friends and family as well. So again, guys, this stuff is very, very important. These are chemicals that are killing people. It doesn't have to happen today or tomorrow, but it is going to happen. So do yourself a favor, get yourself a free water test. And the people that book their tests between now and the next 7 days are going to actually get, some pretty cool stuff, like some months free. All right. So don't miss out on that. Click the button, get your free water test. We have water ambassadors ready to go. Looking forward to it. Let's do it. Whoa. Are you still here right now? That doesn't even make any sense. I am telling you right now that in your piping, the water that you're using to cook with, to clean with, to take your showers in every single day that are seeping into your pores, this stuff is iron and rust, lead, organic phosphorus from our chemtrails and the stuff they spray on our food, heavy metals from corrosion. This is not a game, guys. You know what? Matter of fact, and I already told you, if you're spending money on bottles, you're wasting your money. You know what? How much money you got in your pocket right now? You know what? Let me see. 100, that's all you got? See, I told you we got to save you some money. Look, the longer you wait, the more this money's going away. The more this you're throwing away. You better click the button. More money gone. More money gone that's never coming back. Goodbye, money. Goodbye.